Hi, my name's Emily Hurst. Thank you for joining us for today's screencast. We will be looking at Google Scholar. Today we will begin at Google, which is just google.com. The URL for Google Scholar is scholar.google.com, or you can select more from the top of the page and then select Scholar from the list. This link will take you directly to Google Scholar. On Google Scholar, you will see a main search bar, just as you see on Google for keyword searching. Below, you will see that Google Scholar is a very robust academic search engine. Not only does Google Scholar provide access to information from academic and peer-reviewed journals in a variety of subject matters, including life sciences and biomedical information and arts and social sciences, the Google Scholar also provides access to a number of information sources about patents, as well as information on legal opinions and journals. For today's search, we will be sticking with the articles and patents portion of the Google Scholar search. Before we begin with the search, I want to also point out some links to the right of the search button. You can see an option for advanced Google Scholar search, which we will look at momentarily, as well as a link for Scholar Preferences. Let's take a look at Scholar Preferences before we begin our search today. Scholar Preferences provides a way for users to set the display of Google Scholar so that they can really utilize some tools that would greatly increase your ability up to finding information. First, you have the ability to change the interface in Google to whichever language fits your needs. You also have the ability to provide to limit your searches at this area to only certain languages. While this can be helpful for native speakers in many situations, it does greatly limit the number of results that you will see. The next section has to do with collections, which are the exact same options that you see on the main page for Google Scholar, articles, or the legal opinions and journals. The next section is a very important resource that should be utilized in academic libraries and other institutions that have access to a variety of databases. The library links section allows libraries to incorporate a quick and easy access to their library subscriptions and embed that in Google Scholar so that when results come in, users can more easily get to information and to the full text articles that are in databases from the library. So let's take a look here at library links. If I were to set library links for my home library, which is the Texas Medical Center Library, I'm going to go ahead and just type Texas Medical Center and ask it to find my library. You'll see that you have the ability to choose access links for up to 3 libraries. And the first I could have Houston Academy of Medicine Texas Medical Center Library link. But if I were traveling or wanted to find out if something was else was available in the Houston area, I could look for other libraries that I may want to try to see if they have access. And this does include public libraries and other academic institutions. For today's search, I do not want to turn this on since it will affect our display and does change the way that results look for our users. But it is an important area to be aware of, especially for those of us working in libraries. As we go down the page further, you can see you can also change Scholar Preferences, the number of results on a page, how you want the results window to behave, and finally another resource that's very helpful and underutilized for our researchers, and that's the Bibliography Manager option. Using Bibliography Manager, you can very easily add a link in Citations that will allow your users to more easily export the citations to bibliography managers such as EndNote, RefWorks, or other similar tools. I'm going to go ahead and leave Bibliography Manager to not show any at this time, but it is important to know where this information is located. All right, let's go ahead and go back to our main search page for Google Scholar, and let's do a keyword search for today's demo. Let's search using the key terms autism and vaccine. And let's search to see the type of results that we get. You can see that we have over 19,000 citations returned with that search. These citations are coming to Google Scholar through a variety of online databases that provide access to possibly the full text. And let's go ahead and look at the way the information is displayed for each citation. You'll see that you're given a URL, a link that is active as the title of the article. So by clicking on this title, you should be carried to information from the publisher or from the journal in which the article is originally produced. Depending on whether or not your library has access to something like this journal, you will be able to get to the full text that easily. Going back, below the title, we have the authors. This information appears in green. You can see the author's last names and first initials. To the right of that, you can see the title of the journal in which the article appears, the year of publication, as well as the publisher. The information presented below this is the article abstract, so you can find out a little bit more about the article before you proceed to the main page. To the right, you have some information, some URLs. This area is also where your library links would appear if you were trying to if you chose to add that so that you could have your users more quickly get access to the journals through your collections. That information would appear here to the right. The final area of importance in Google Scholar, I want to make sure I demonstrate, is located below the abstract. And this information has to do with citations here in Google Scholar. You see the number of times that an article has been cited by other articles that are indexed in Google Scholar. So this first link, we can see that this article has been cited 532 times in Google Scholar. Of course, this does not represent all of academic literature. This only represents the academic literature that's available through Google Scholar. It's 532 articles that do cite this original citation. So by clicking on this link, we're taken to results where we can see all 532 citations. Again, this is important because this allows individuals to see how academic research influences other academic research and how it influences knowledge and the transfer of information. Let's go ahead and go back. You also have a link to the right of Cited By, which is for related articles. If you were interested in this article and you found that this citation really did help you, you might try Related Articles link so that you could find articles that were in some way related to this initial citation. And again, this link provides access to over 100 articles that are in some way related to the initial search. Let's go back one more time. Now let's take a look at our Advanced Scholar search, which is located at the top of the page next to the search button. Here at Advanced Scholar Search, you can see that we have the ability to look for articles based on keywords or exact phrases, or you can actually type in a citation if you want to find out if it's in this Google Scholar, or if you are sort of familiar with an author and you're wondering if they have any materials that have been published, it's another way to look for specific articles. For our example, I'm going to look for an article that was produced by a colleague of mine. Her name, her initials would be R.K. Miller. I am not sure which journal it was published in, but I know it was published sometime in the last 3 years. Let's go ahead and put 2009 to 2011. And I know that the article had to do with libraries and intellectual property. And I am almost positive that those words are actually in the title of the article. So I will change that here for the search. And I'm just going to try a Scholar search to see if I get anything off of that. And I'm able to get a citation for this article, which lets me know that it's in the best practices for corporate libraries, which is actually a book. So Google Scholar indexes not only academic articles, but it does index book chapters for some academic works as well. All in all, Google Scholar does have many things going for it, and it is always being updated with new and interesting tools that allow users to do more advanced searches. I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up for now for Google Scholar, but please feel free to take a look at Google Scholar on your own, try a few searches, and see what type of information you can find. Thank you.